Infected Gamers, I am the Gore Gamer here in association with RedLightBroadcasting. Today we're going to be bringing you RedLight's first look at the new greenlit game on Steam called Forge. But before I do, I want to talk to you guys real quick about Gung Ho Energy. If you want to achieve ninja-like focus, then head on over to gogungho.com/RLB giveback, where they're going to give you not only 50% off your order, but free shipping to your front door as well. So make sure you check it out. Forge is an online, class-based multiplayer shooter set in a distinct fantasy universe. Forge features only the best aspects of MMO and FPS class-based combat to provide a multiplayer gameplay experience unlike any other you've played before. So without further ado, alright, so I opened up Steam and wanted to find out exactly what new games came out, and this game came out, Forge. I was looking at it going, what is this? This is actually a recently greenlit game on Steam, and if you don't know what Steam Greenlight is, go ahead and go to steampower.com, click on the green light symbol toward the bottom of the page. Anybody who has a game that wants to submit it to Steam can, and the community will vote for it to see if it's going to be a full-fledged release on Steam, and this was one of them. I'm always looking for fast-paced action multiplayer PvP games, and this is definitely one of them. When I'm talking about fast-paced heart-pounding, this is definitely going to be it. There's a bunch of different classes that you can play, that you can pick, like the Assassin, the Shaman, Pyromancer, the Pathfinder, and I believe the Warden. The good thing about this game is that they're actually looking at bringing out more classes, and they're going to be doing updates such as guilds and things like that. The great thing about this game is when you go through the game, you actually get experience based upon the skills that you're doing. So the more better you play at the game, the more you can level up your skills. They actually said that they were going to kind of like have trees, kind of like how Diablo and World of Warcraft used to have trees. They were going to kind of do that, so you can actually start customizing your character more toward how you want to gameplay. When you start jumping into the gameplay, you'll realize exactly how solid it is and how fast-paced it is. When I'm talking about fast-paced, it's pretty much like Team Fortress 2, but you know, set back in a fantasy style. I mean, this is definitely like World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 2 meet Team Fortress. This is amazing, in my personal opinion. I love games like this. That's why I picked it up. The great thing about it was when I picked it up, it was on sale. When you bought one copy for $20, you got a second copy for free. The levels are perfect. There's only 4 levels right now. Again, these guys they're talking about releasing more levels, more different arena style based levels, and they really want to update the game and just keep going with it. It's not going to be a pay to play game. If you pay it once, that's it, you're done, and they're just going to keep going at it. They've already mentioned that they're going to be releasing more classes, more 10v10 arenas, arena-based games, more levels, just a whole bunch of updates, and they're just going to keep on going with it, which is great. This is exactly what we want to see. Again, there's only 4 levels out there. Each 4 of the levels are very good by way of design. Now, if you're going to be playing any type of fast-paced multiplayer game, design is everything when it comes to a level. If you can clip through walls, or I mean, we all know in World of Warcraft Alterac Valley, AV, there are definitely some differences between the Alliance and Horde. I mean, the Alliance have a bridge you gotta cross, and the Horde just has kind of like this little bottleneck, which is not really, I never really did like Alterac Valley, but this, basically, it looks like what they did was they made a level, chopped it in half, and then just copied both on both sides, which is some of the best things that you can do, but it doesn't seem that repetitive. So if you're on, I think the Devourer side, and you go to the other side, it looks somewhat the same, but it's designed just a little bit different, which is definitely a good thing, which is pretty much what you want in a multiplayer game. You want both teams to be pretty much the same, have the same advantages and drawbacks, but you don't want them to be completely different so that you're lost when you go over to the other guys trying to capture flag, which is definitely good. So I pretty much have mostly positive things to say about Forge. Forge is a really good game. I really would like to see everybody pick it up. Definitely, the more the merrier. Things I don't like about the game, because we got to get that out of the way. I mean, things to improve on, in my personal experience, is not only are they improving the game right now, because every time you leave the game, it's almost like you're, this is kind of like a positive negative, I guess, about the game, is when you actually go to leave the game, like a little splash screen comes up, almost like those demos, when you like download a demo and you play the demo and you want to leave the demo, it says like, here, check out the game, it's coming out in August, or whatever. Basically, that's what happens with here, but it doesn't tell you like, hey, purchase this add-on. No. From what they've said, from what we can gather, they're not going to have any purchasable add-ons, but there is a splash screen, but it tells you what they're going to be putting in the game. They're going to be putting in guilds, 10v10 combat, more classes, more levels, things like that, and basically like a what's on the horizon. What I don't like about the game, and what they can improve on, is when you customize, when you go in to do your keyboard layout, it will change every class to that layout. So let's say you customize your keyboard or your controller, which you can use a controller by the way. If you want to customize that and make it to your very best, let's say like you love the assassin's class and you want to play the assassin and you have your controller layout perfect for the assassin, you have to rethink everything that you're going to do with every other class because it changes every class. Like you can't customize and save that controller layout just for the assassin. That's what I'd love to see. I'd love to see 3 layouts that you could save just for the one class, like a controller layout, a keyboard layout, or whatever, like a Logitech, or if you have like one of those first-person shooter things. That is my biggest pet peeve, because what I did was I actually went through and I changed the control scheme just for the assassin, and then when I went back in to play the Pathfinder, I was actually, I had to rethink, relearn everything on the entire class. So they can definitely pick up on that. Also, what they can do is when you die, you instantly, like upon the last hit of whatever spell or whatever hit you that kills you, you are instantly tossed out into spectate mode. It's not like Team Fortress where when you die, you kind of stick by your character for 2 seconds and then it kicks you out to spectate mode. I'd like to see more, I guess. You stick with your character, you acknowledge the fact that you died, and then you get kicked out into spectate mode. Again, a lot like Team Fortress. Because what happens when you die, you just get kicked out, you're like, I guess I'm dead. Perfect. Alright. Huh. And also, there's no significance of, like, when you die, you don't know that you've died. You know, there's no death sounds. You know, there's no, like, oh my god, you know, there's no basically audio / even a video trigger that tells you that you're dead. So you're still clicking away at what you're doing, and you're dead, and you don't even know you're dead up until you're like, oh, okay, I died. It says I was killed by this guy. Perfect. So, other than that, the gameplay is very solid. It's very clean, very crisp. I'd love to see this game go on for many eons to go. I've picked up this game, love this game so far. Guys, pick up this game. Just check it out. Forge. It's a very fast-paced, great game. I'm going to be doing a lot of gameplay on this guy. I'm going to be uploading a montage to this bad boy real soon. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed Red Light First look at the new greenlit game on Steam called Forge.